Okay guys, welcome to my foundation declutter. I have a lot to go through. Now I know in my recent declutters you guys were mentioning how it was kind of hard to see different things, and I apologize. That was like my first time kind of filming like that. So I, trial and error. I did get a new tripod for Christmas, so this one works a little bit better, and I think I can get my camera set up a little bit better now, and I'm trying like this setup and seeing if this is a little bit better. So let me know if you guys like this kind of setup better. We will see how this rolls. And I won't be swatching everything in this video, so that really won't make a huge difference because I know that was a lot of the issues in the last one, which I totally didn't even think about as I was filming. So anyways, I'm going to do my foundations today. This does not include any of my like new drugstore foundations that I've purchased in my recent hauls. Those are still in like my, trying new stuff, and I'm going to do videos on some of that and all that good stuff. So these are just all that's in like my foundation drawer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right. I also have some like BB cream type things in here as well. Cause I just, they don't really belong, I don't think, anywhere else. So, all right. The first one down here is this Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 Compact Makeup and Concealer. So you get like the foundation right here and then the little concealer right there. This came out, I want to say around this time last year. I have used a good amount of the foundation. As you can see, I did hit pan. The concealer is pretty thick and pretty creamy. Look, there I said I wasn't swatching anything, and I totally am. It's like a pretty thick, creamy concealer. I don't really use that too much. The foundation, I honestly haven't used it in so long that I like kind of forget what it looks like. It is a little dark for me. This is the shade 110 Ivory. Is it too dark? I don't know. I like have such a hard time matching myself. I don't know. I've only had this a year, and I know foundations you can keep for, about 2. Let me see if it has an expiration date little thing on here. I don't see it anywhere. So I think I might keep this and try it again. And if I hate it, then, I will toss it. But I don't think I hated it, but I haven't used it in so long. So I kind of want to pull that back out. Now this I think I'm going to get rid of. This is the Dream Matte Mousse from Maybelline. This is in the shade Classic Ivory Light number 2. I got this because a lot of, YouTubers like Emily Noel, Casey Holmes, they were all raving about this a few months ago and, talking about it basically being like a hidden gem, at the drugstore. It's been out for a long time and things like that. So it is just like a mousse type of foundation. It does come in this little pot. I don't know how I feel about this. For me, it doesn't, I tried it with my brush, fingertips, and a beauty blender, and for me, it just doesn't perform very well. It kind of sits on top of the skin. It looks a little cakey. So maybe I just don't have the right skin type for this, but I really wish I liked it more, but unfortunately, I just don't. So I'm going to pass that. Okay, this is the Flower Beauty tint, the skin tint, I guess is this EE cream. Sorry, Erase Everything cream. And this is in Porcelain Tint as the shade, so that's why I thought it was like a skin tint or whatever. But technically it says it like erases everything. The packaging is kind of cool. It's like a squeezy tube, but then it has like a brush on it. Mine looks real gross. This, again, it's like a little bit of like a thicker, moussey type of texture, and I don't know, I don't love it, and I'm not really reaching for it because it does kind of give me that cakey look, so I'm going to pass that as well. I mean, I'll probably throw this one away. This is the Garnier BB cream in light medium. This is a great BB cream. If you want something very light, very easy, this is for the combo to oily skin. I think they make a dry skin one too. This is just a really great light coverage BB cream. Now, I don't really do like light coverage looks. I'm that kind of girl, if I'm doing makeup, then I'm going to wear like a foundation, and I'm going to want coverage. Now, if I don't want that, then I probably just won't wear makeup at all. So, and you know what? My mom is actually, I think, really, really going to love this. So I'm probably going to pass that on to her. All right, so far I'm only keeping 1 out of 4, which I think is pretty good. This is the Clinique Chubby in the Nude Foundation Stick. I love this stuff. I think it is like so great. It's just this like foundation type stick. It's so easy to use. You can literally just like draw it on. It's a pretty dry formula, which I like because it doesn't make me super oily. So I'm definitely going to keep this. Now this one, on the other hand, this is the e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation Stick. Now I bought this to see if it was a dupe for the Clinique one, and I used it a couple times. This is in the shade Ivory, so it's pretty light. And unfortunately, this one is too moisturizing for my skin. I do have more oily skin, so this is just making me look a little greasy. So I'm going to pass this one on since I'm keeping the Clinique one. This foundation I really like. This is the Milani 2-in-1 Foundation Plus Concealer. This is a really, really great formula. Right now I have this shade 02 Natural, and this is way too dark for me. And 01 looked really, really yellow. Now I did see recently when I was purchasing something on the Milani website that they came out with a 00 like light natural. They came out with an even lighter shade. So I think I would wait just to kind of pick that one up instead of this one and just kind of pitch this one because it's looking a little gross in there anyway. And I feel like this is just way too dark. Now I do have my NYX foundation mixer in white that I use to like lighten up foundations. But when this lightens up, it's still really yellow. So I think I'm going to pass, like just throw this one away. Okay, this is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. This has like tea tree, salicylic acid, witch hazel, aloe, things like that in it. And you know, it's a pretty good foundation. I've only tried this a couple of times and I did get it kind of a while ago. So I think I may keep this to try this a little bit more. My Maybelline Matte and Poreless, I'm obviously keeping this. This is one of my like holy grail foundations. I think if you're looking for a really great foundation and you have combo to oily skin, I would totally get this. This is a great like top-notch drugstore foundation. Love it. Speaking of top-notch drugstore foundations, these are my Revlon Color Stays. These are like my OGs, like holy grail foundations. I do have the shade 110 Ivory and then 180 Sand Beige. 110 is way too light and then Sand Beige is way too dark, and you know, I have a hard time. These do come in a pump now, which is so nice. So I just kind of mix these two together and they look really gross, but that's just because the way I have them stored. I have them like laying down in a drawer, so all the product kind of just gravitates towards one side. So I am going to keep these. I love this foundation. This foundation is amazing. These, like the Color Stay and the Maybelline Fit Me, are like my holy grail foundations. Another really great drugstore option is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Now I did just review the Total Cover that recently came out, so I'll link that video where I talk about that. This is a demi-matte finish. I love demi-matte finishes for foundations. It's, you know, very long wearing. It provides a good amount of coverage. I do wear the shade Shell Beige, and that's pretty, you know, that's a pretty good shade match for me, and it comes in a squeezy tube, really nice packaging. This is great as well if you have oily to combo skin. Everything I'm mentioning is pretty much for oily skin because that is the type of skin that I have, so just beware. This is actually something that's not really for oily skin. This is the Shea Moisture Weightless Shea Serum Foundation in the natural finish. This is very light for me, so I don't, you know, I gotta be a little fair to wear this, but it's actually okay because this is a more moisturizing foundation. So in the wintertime, this actually does look really nice on my skin. It does come with a pump. This brand offers a lot of like really dark shades as well as the Milani one. So I think if you have a darker skin tone and you have a hard time finding a drugstore product for you, I think the Milani and the Shea Moisture offer really great dark colors for darker skin tones. So that's just something to also be aware of. This is, I believe, the lightest one, and this is porcelain. And it's, you know, a pretty good match for me, but it's a natural finish. You know, it's definitely, it doesn't keep me as matte as, you know, like the Pro Matte or something like that. So I really do like this foundation though, so I'm definitely going to keep it. Okay, next we have the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot All Day Liquid to Powder Foundation. Now this says it's 12 hours, it's super blur, all that good stuff. It controls shine, keeps you flawless looking. This does have a pump. This is the shade, what are you? Don't even know. Fair Enough is the shade that I have. This is a really great foundation as well. It's very similar to, I want to say, like the Pro Matte. That same kind of like, you know, demi-matte finish. This isn't like super drying or anything. So I really like this one. Not a huge shade range though. This I think I'm going to pass on. This is the e.l.f. foundation serum. Again, this is very, very light, and it just, you know, you can add it to your foundations to kind of like make them a little bit more coverage. I think I maybe used this once. This is light and this is a little dark for me. And again, my mom I think is really going to like that. So I might have her try this one. My mom likes very light coverage products. This is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. This is a great foundation. I feel like not a lot of people talk about this one. I have the shade Creamy Natural. It's a little dark for me, but with my NYX foundation mixer, it does lighten up a little bit and it still stays, you know, in my neutral skin tone. So it doesn't pull too cool or too warm. So it works. This is oil free. It's water based. It's full coverage. And it says it offers a matte finish. I definitely do, but I think agree with that. But I think the Stay Matte But Not Flat definitely describes it a little bit better. I love the Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. That stuff is amazing. You can like pile it on and you never look cakey. This, again, it just offers that nice like demi matte finish. So I really enjoy this as well. This is my Maybelline Dream Velvet. I absolutely love this. This is the Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. This stuff is beyond good. I really, really like it. It offers a nice finish to the skin. It doesn't look too drying or too dewy either. This is a shade 15 Ivory, which now in the matte and poreless, I'm 112 Natural Ivory. The Ivory is actually just a little too dark for me. So I guess I didn't realize like that this was going to be as dark as it was when I originally bought it. But it is just too dark for me. So I think I'm going to get rid of this and then buy one that is in my correct shade. This is my LA Girl Pro BB Cream. This is actually provides pretty good coverage. This is in the shade Light. This actually provides really good coverage, you know, for a BB cream. It's definitely not like a full coverage foundation, but it's, you know, it's good. And this time of year is actually really good for my skin because, you know, it is winter, so it's a little bit more dry. Now, I don't have dry skin on my face like at all, but this does not make me look as like cakey. Like I feel like when I wear a very matte foundation in the winter, even though my skin is more combo oily, the air just dries out that foundation that's on my skin, so it makes it look really bad. But this just, it's really beautiful. I definitely love this, and I want to say it's around like $5, and it's really good. My CoverGirl Clean Matte BB. Oh, I love this so much. I did mention this in my yearly favorites. If you haven't seen that, I will link it for you guys. This is amazing. I love this for the summer months. I mean, I love it all year round. This is a BB cream, but it provides foundation-like coverage. It's amazing. It feels very thin, very weightless on the skin, but it is absolutely beautiful. And again, in the warmer months, this is like prime. It keeps me matte through the summer, and it's just beautiful. This is my second bottle of this already, so I really do love that. This is my Dior Forever Skin Flawless Perfection makeup. Funny story about this is that I actually got it for like $5. I was at a TJ Maxx and I saw this and it didn't have a price on it. And so, but it was like my color, and I was like, I really want to know how much this is. So the girl asked me how much, you know, this normally costs, and I was like, I have no idea. And she was like, do you want to pay like $5? I was like, sure. So I got this for like $5. It was awesome. And this is actually a really nice foundation. It's just a, you know, I don't think you need it by any means. I paid $5, so I'm not like that, you know, I'm not like shaming myself for buying it, obviously, because it's Dior, you know, it's really nice quality. I'm sure it has really good ingredients. You know, I don't really know that much about that. I'm not anyone, you know, super into like, I don't know ingredients very well. But this is a really great, just like demi matte foundation. It's really pretty. It's my shade, and it's Dior, so I'm totally going to keep it. This is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup Natural Finish, No Makeup Feel. This is in 20 Pure Sand. It has a pump. If I can get this off. It has a pump, which I really like. This is a good foundation. It is very light. I agree with the whole, I don't know if you can't feel it, like no makeup feel, but I mean, it's very light on the skin. This is a little too dark for me, and I want to say this is the lightest shade I could find at my Target. I like it a lot. It's natural finish, you know, that's kind of the theme of my life over here. I don't know, it's a little, well, one, that's too dark, and two, it's just a little too, even though it says natural finish, I don't know, it's a little too matte and a little too very dry matte. Like, I love this because it says soft matte hydrating foundation. It's a very like creamy whipped kind of formula, where I feel like this is just very dry matte. I don't know. It's really strange to kind of describe, but it is too dark, so I'm probably just going to get rid of it. Can't talk today. This is my Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Makeup Mattifying, Long-Lasting, Oil-Free, and Light Beige. This is like way too gray toned for me. It's really cool toned. It does have a pump I really like. It does say lasts up to 18 hours. That, I mean, that's dramatic. But, and you know, it's a pretty good foundation, although I will say, maybe it's just I don't like super matte foundations, but this just makes me look a little too cakey for my taste. So, and honestly, it didn't really keep me that matte and fresh looking. So this I'm obviously going to keep. This is my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. I absolutely love this. I mentioned it in my yearly favorites. It is just a beautiful, like full coverage, natural finish foundation, and I am in love with it. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping over here, and then this is what I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 9 and I'm keeping 14. I feel like that is a lot that I'm keeping, but you know, I think I am just going to go ahead and get rid of this Acne Fighting Foundation from e.l.f. I just, you know, if I haven't tried it again, I must not have liked it that much the first time. Okay, so now I'm getting rid of 10 and keeping 13. So I feel like that's not bad. It's almost half. So, you know, I feel like that's good, right? I feel like that's, and really my Revlon color stays, I mean, I have 2 because of the color, so we can kind of justify that. But anyways, that is it for this foundation declutter. I'm actually going to be filming my face powders, primers, and also concealer video today, so you guys will see those as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of fun drugstore videos coming for you guys, so be on the lookout for those. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!